Hey everybody, what's up? Ezel here with another deck profile update. Alright, so set 8, Absolute Judgments, dropped finally. There's really not much to say. Half the cards in that set were good. Actually, hold on. There were 6 cards in that set that are good. And 2 cards that are just kinda... the hell. Actually, now that I think about it, no. Because Gold Paladin's got 8 cards. I think only one of them was just, like, completely unnecessary. You guys know which one I'm talking about. Well, thankfully, that particular card isn't in this deck. So, this is probably what I'm going to be playing at Regionals in California. I am going to the event. I am taking a bunch of people with me, a bunch of other page admins and other friends. So, this will be a fun little trip for all of us. Alright, so I have the deck, I have my strides, and I'm going to try to go through this as quickly as possible. I don't want to explain too much unless it's new from the set, and then tell you about some strategies. And I have some extra cards here. I'm going to keep them hidden for right now, but they are for suggestions later, what I think could fit into the deck. So let's just jump right into it. Alright. So we're using 4 Grand Ezel Scissors and 3 Sunrise, Rain, Night, Gurguit. I'm completely biased. I will totally admit that. I prefer Ezel over Gurguit, but I understand why Gurguit is a thing. I have another friend of mine who tells me that Gurguit's kind of autopilot. I'm kind of understanding it now, but it just depends on what gets called and how that deck's built. I don't see Ezel as a utility anymore. He is, to me, is my main grade 3. If you go back and check the channel, the Facebook page, the Twitter, it's Ezel, not Gurguit. But Gurguit's good in his own right, so I give him I'm gonna give him a chance at the event. Alright, so grade 2s, Knight of the Remaining Sun, Herinius, 3 Marcia, 2 Quill, 2 Heli, and 1 Blaster Blade Sphere. Now, Herinius is a new card from set 8. At Gen Break 1, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. When this card's placed on rear guard, check the top 3 cards of your deck, search for 1 card among them, call it to rear guard, then put the rest of the bottom in any order. He essentially is Aglavel for generic Gold Paladins. He also has another skill that if my Vanguard has Gurguit in the name, the unit that got called with this skill gains an extra 3,000 attack. So this card can make beefy columns if done right. You can also go into the Gurguit Stride and use this card, and you're like, okay, well, my Vanguard is Gurguit, so an extra 3,000. I don't think I need to explain everything else. The Blaster Blade is just the tech for right now. On hit pressure, shenanigans, and countercharging and soul filling. That's what Marcia does. She fills my soul. Alright. On to the grade 1s. We're running 4 G Perfects, 4 Stride Fodder, 3 Jeffrey, and 3 Horsa. Now, I don't think I need to explain everything else except Horsa. Horsa, he is the pure clone for Unite. Once you are in Unite, every time something else is called out from to rear guard, this unit and the unit in front of it gain an extra 2,000 boost. So it's a 4K boost to the column every time you call something, whether it be from the deck or from the hand. I'm drinking coffee right now for my Iron Man cup, so best part of waking up. Anyways, yeah, I love this card. He makes beefy columns. He is Bruno to me for this build. I just wish they would remake Bruno to be generic, but they won't. So the best we have is Horsa. Wow, 5 minutes. Awesome. This is my second time recording the video, and the first take was about 15 minutes long. 16. But this one, we're going pretty good. It'll be a quick upload. So we're running 8 crit, 4 stand, 4 heal. So originally, I mean, it looks standard. It absolutely does. And that's because it is. But while I was playtesting, I kind of saw that 8 crit, or 8 stand, 4 crit was pretty good too. But not in the early game, when you're drive checking your stand triggers instead of crit triggers. And then for a time it was 6 and 6. And then 7 and 5. And now I've decided, I'm just going to go 4 and 8. Flame of Victory, you know what he does. Go into the soul, something gets a 3,000 boost. Starface line, if you have a Gurguit Vanguard that's attacking, put it to the soul. It gains 5,000 and you draw a card. Catch Troll is my tech card for the moment. Well, not for the moment. It is my tech in the deck. It's like my Rough Arrows, but not as, to 1. He's essentially an instant Unite card if you do it right. Jerry, he has Unite at the end of the turn, or at the end of the battle he boosted and you're in Unite. You can countercharge him. You put him into the soul and you countercharge 1. More soul fuel. And 4 heal. Quell's the starter. I'm tempted to play a second one, but I haven't found the room yet for it. I may take that as stride fodder, but considering there's only 7 grade 3s, that's probably not going to happen. Alright, on to the strides. We'll make this quick. 4 Mithril Ezel, 4 Glorious Reigning Dragon, 2 Radiant Sword Gurguit, 1 Campbell, 1 Seabreeze, 1 Screw, and 3 Slimy Flare. Can you guys see that? Is there kind of a glare? Kinda. Bush Flames are jealous, trying to block the way. Anyways. Mithril Ezel, when you ride onto Ezel, you're going to go into this as your first stride. It sets up for future plays later, especially with Glorious Reigning Dragon. So, let's say, for example, you go through all your Mithril Ezels, and you stride onto Glorious Reigning. What Glorious Reigning does is when you're in Unite, so you already have to call out 2 units, when he attacks, you flip a copy of him over, and you check the top 7 cards of your deck, and you search up to 5 of them, or you search for as many that are face up in the generation zone, and you call them. If you call 3 or more, he countercharges 1 and soul charges 1. So, like I said, for that example, if you go through all your Mithril Ezels already, and maybe a G Guardian or something, the more that are face up, the better this card becomes. This card's a godsend. This is exactly what Gold Paladins needed to stay relevant. I'm so glad I have them all. I'm so happy. Radiant Sword Gurguit. You guys know what he does. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 2. All your rear guards gain 5,000, and he gains 5,000 for each rear guard that you have. So if you have a full field, that multiplies to 25 every time. And it stacks. So you can do this as much as you can, as long as you have the soul and the counterblast, but be wary, it will get perfect guarded, because it is a ridiculous number. I have Campbell in the deck because I am using Gurguit as my backup grade 3, which I know is weird, because most Gurguit Ezel decks have Gurguit as the main and Ezel as the backup. But this is reversed, kinda. Well, wait, I undo reverse. That's right. So Campbell on hit pressure. If I ride into Gurguit first, I'll go to him. That on hit pressure is really good. And it does give me more setup to go Glorious Reigning the next turn, or a Gurguit to kind of get weed out those perfect guards. Seabreeze, just because the grade 2 game, it's not a thing, but it does happen to where the opponent can't ride, and they're stubborn, or well, not stubborn, but they can't afford a G assist, so they just stay on the grade 2. The only loophole around is if they ride to another grade 2, which sucks, but whatever. But Seabreeze is there in case they don't ride at all. You can punish them very early with Seabreeze. Screw, discard a card, and and gains extra 10k shield. And Slimy Flare resets a rearguard unit. What I mean by that is there are cards in here, like, you'll be superior calling a lot in this deck. And if you, like, let's say for instance you superior call the Perfect Guard, or that's all you have left in your hand, you need that Unite skill to go off. You call it, and you check into a heal during your drive check. Okay, you discard the heal, you use your Slimy Flare, you put the Perfect Guard back to the deck, check the top 5, and guard yourself. So there's a lot of ways to recycle with this deck. And I absolutely love it, because this deck has a problem with decking out. It actually does pretty well against Gear Chronicle, which is a big contender right now. So if you have a hard time with gears, play golds. They'll just reset everything for you. So with that in mind, there are some cards I put aside to kind of talk about for a moment, because the match is doing pretty well in time. It's 11 minutes in. And I have class here in an hour, so it's all good. So like I said, I want to run a second starter. I'm not sure exactly what to take out. The reason why I'd want to use a second starter is for matches against clans that retire early, Shadows, Kagero, Narukami even. So stuff that gets rid of rearguards early, have a second one as backup. The new Perfect Guard for Gold Paladins, Holy Mage Livina. She's a normal Perfect Guard that activates from the hand, so she can't be used with Gurguit's GBT skill, but that's okay. But the cool thing about her is if she's called from the deck. Is that right? Called from the deck? Yeah, when it starts placed on rearguard from the deck, you can send one unit that you have back to the bottom of the deck. At the end of the turn, she bounces back to the hand. So, you know, if you have to call her from the deck, that's your only option to boost. It's good because it will set you up for a good defense later. Kugel, I don't think I need to explain Kugel. Kugel is just cool. Paramore, very similar to Herenius, but he calls behind it. I think these two would work pretty well together, but like I said, I don't have the room for it. Plus, he's an 11k attacker in Unite, so that's nifty. I like that. And Blaster Dart Spirit. I think I can find room to put one of him in, and this is just for the off chance of, oh hey, my opponent's attacking me with grade 1s, like Gear Chronicle with Mellum, but Mellum will go back though. Well, if they just so happen to have the Mellum on the field or something, or Neonectars with Bloom, Katrina, that was the card. And just decks like that have grade 1s that can attack in the front, either by strategy, design, or out of, you know, desperation. He can kind of stop that. She's like, no, go away. So golds do have an element of retiring outside of Liberators. So, alright. So that is the deck profile. Those were the deck, the strides, and the extra cards that I've been tempted to try out. I feel with the draw, with the Jeffries, I don't think I need the Kugel, but it is cool to just get a free +1, so. Alright, I guess that'll do it. I'll be going to Pomona on the 22nd, going with a lot of friends. Some of the two other page admins and our friends. I hope to see you there. I'll let you guys know. Follow me on the Facebook page and Twitter, because that's where the best way you can get in contact with me. I mean, you can hit me up on YouTube as well, but go check out my page anyway. I do post card of the day, random thoughts I have about Vanguard, and Vanguard memes, which are always funny. Always funny. Always. Other than that, you guys have a great day. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and stay humble.